Alright guys, and welcome back to episode 4 of Dark Souls, Blind Souls, whatever you want to call it. I call it Blind Souls, so what it is basically my blind run through Dark Souls 3. And today I'm going to show you the best way to get to BOREAL, the VORDT Valley, and how to defeat him of course. But what I recommend doing is unlocking the shortcut first, going back to the bonfire like you see me doing the last episode, and just going back and probably, you might have a few spare souls, so level up and get that over and done with. Get back anyway, drop down, don't worry about fighting any of the enemies around. The only one you have to worry about is him, because I do find that he can plunge attack you if you go down the... Well, I don't know, was it a glitch or what, but he plunge attacked me as I went down this. And I find that in Dark Souls 3 there's definitely a small bit more enemy reach, like they can follow you for a lot further. But this is, well, bear with me now because there is an edit coming up here. I got disconnected from Dark Souls 3 servers, so you see a small bit of Mossy's newly learned skills in editing videos. But yeah, this is a fundamental part for all new players. Don't rush this guy because it does offset an ambush, and when you're only getting into the Souls series or getting back into it, even as a weak level character, fighting 5 enemies on at once is just, it's not a situation you want to be in. So bait him in and then come out and face it. The enemies come above the wall, you can hit them before they climb over it, knocks them down, turn to your left, stay striking, and then do a whole 180. So literally, as you hit them on the wall, turn 90 degrees, stay striking, and then turn a whole 180. Finish off the ambush and you're kind of safe. So what we do here is we progress on towards this. Don't go too far, don't push him down the stairs because it sets off the other guy. What we want to do in Dark Souls 3 is always fight one-on-one. Seems to be definitely, the odds are in your favour when you fight one-on-one. In Dark Souls you can come against enemies where you're fighting 5, 6. Sometimes you'll see a bit of foreshadowing here. In later episodes there's potential of maybe 10 or 11 on one. It's just not possible. Dark Souls is meant to be taken at a slow pace and sometimes. So this is my third attempt I think on BOREAL, the BOREAL Valley. So you have me coming into the boss room straight away. This guy, you don't get to see the boss cinematic, apologise about that. I'll probably put up another video on my first attempt of it and as a Dark Souls fail. But what I found about this guy is, this is where you decide whether you're going to take Dark Souls head on, or if Dark Souls is going to make you its bitch. You have to learn to drop your shield. For those of you that came from Bloodborne, this fight probably wasn't even too bad at all, because you're used to not sitting behind the shield the whole time. Bloodborne was very fast for that kind of sense, but I found if you stick close to him, roll into his attacks all the time. You have to learn to literally not rely on your shield the whole time, because if you block his attacks, potentially you're going to get staggered at such a weak soul level. But also you get frostbitten and that can end you just as quick. So roll into all the attacks, and as you can see here, when he's doing his second phase, hold LT, use your, well, switch to two-hand, LT, use your skill and get in as many strikes as you can while he's doing that. Make sure to stand behind him because he does charge forward every time. So that's what I'm going to do. That overhand there, every time he does his frost breath, he follows up with an overhand strike. So roll into that. It doesn't seem to be the most accurate strike, so you can kind of easily roll into it. But once he does a ground slam there, that's another chance to get in maybe your skill moves if you're quick enough at it, and don't put yourself in danger. Like Dark Souls is all about literally patience. If you see a 50-50 chance to land your last strike of your blade to finish off a fight, don't take that strike. They're giving you that opportunity for a reason, because that enemy will probably hit you and you're dead. And then you'll start that whole fight again when only if you took 2 more seconds of your time to anticipate his next move and then make the strike, you know what I mean? Dark Souls 3, what I find, it's tough. It's definitely one of the toughest ones I've played. You really need to know what you're doing, and by that I mean taking your time, surveying the area, surveying his moveset. Make sure you learn his moveset. Like by the third attempt I kind of realised if that shoulder bash hit me, I was in trouble, because you get some amount of stun, there's some stun lock in that shoulder bash. But when he does his two-handed slam there, take in maybe a couple of your... when you're near the end of the fight, don't risk your skill stance, because it does take a long time to recover. Just remember, for the VORDT to the BOREAL Valley, 2 key things. Don't hide behind your shield the whole time. Learn to roll in and roll around his attacks. And the other thing is, patience is a virtue. Rushing this guy, because he moves so fast with him charges, if you rush him, 9 times out of 10 he's going to clip you. You're stun locked. You get more of your frost effect and that slows you down as it builds up, which is in a fight like this where speed is invaluable. You definitely want to slow down. Do not take off any armor. What I found out, every slot of armor, if there's nothing in it, it really decreases your defenses. I don't know how. I'm not sure of the gameplay mechanics behind that. We'll definitely explain that in a later video once I figure it out myself. But as a rule of thumb, say, always have full armor equipped, no matter what it is, no matter even if it's only a piece of cloth. Equip it there. It just makes 100% of a difference. So what we've done here, we came back to Firelink Shrine to spend souls. We also received a boss soul. There's no force element for that. I don't know how to use the boss souls in this game, so I won't be using it for a while. I don't recommend spending any of the boss souls until you see the weapons that are on offer. If they even do that, I presume they are, because they wouldn't give you a soul for no reason. But there's always been boss souls since there's been souls games. But I would recommend holding on to it for the time being. I know it's tempting to spend some souls and level up, but don't. As you can see here, I come to the Handmaiden from Dark Souls 2. She's still here. And I look at the soul there, kind of seeing how much it's worth to sell it, but I suppose if you spend it by using it as a consumable, you will get more out of it. What I do recommend though, you'll see me go back to it, I kind of had a second thought as I was making this. Someone commented to me on Twitter. If you don't know, my Twitter is @MossyNHD, and they told me to get the torch, and they didn't give me any reasons. They know I don't want to have the game spoiled, but they said I recommend getting the torch. So what I done was I bought it. Two things you can use the torch for is for you guys is to see what's going on, because Dark Souls 3 can be quite a dark game, and by dark I mean like as in respects to the area. So it does brighten up the video for all of us, so you can see what's going on, and I can commentate over it afterwards. Also, I was looking at I'm going to go with a Strength of Fate build. I've decided I went with it in Dark Souls 2. I enjoyed it, so I'm going to go again. I think. Don't quote me on it, but that's where we're looking. So I have played on. This is post commentary because I found that with the webcam and the overlay, I didn't get to do what I wanted to do, and I didn't enjoy it as much because Dark Souls 3, you don't want to be paying attention too much onto your what's going on around you, especially because this game is so fast. It has the pace nearly of Bloodborne with the kind of difficulty spikes of Demon Souls and previous Souls games, and maybe add on a couple more. Also the white soapstone sign is recommended if you want to do some jolly cooperation. I do use it in latter episodes. I won't say when, but yeah. If you're finding things hard, you can always co-op in this game, and it really does, especially with the way they're doing covenants this time. It helps quite a lot. There was a covenant back then, but I did skip it. I'll show it to you in a different episode. But for now, guys, I've been Mossy in HD. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.